3 points on the board. A bit of a recovery from a Lecce who's was higher in the table than us. In fact, let's just look at the table. Let's just look at the table. Which means not a whole lot because there's still tons of games to be playing here. So I just have to move the screens around. Bear with me for a quick second. And I will bring up the standings. Okay, here it is. Get that a little touch bigger for you. All right. So we're currently in second with 13 points. Of course, Milan has to play. Fiorentina, technically, can come up there as well. Now, if Inter lose, that's huge. That keeps things really tight. Milan, if Milan wins, Inter loses, then we're all right up there. They play Cagliari, though. Not a massive match for them. Cagliari in 19th, as expected. No wins for the season. But currently in second. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely in the top 4 by the end of tomorrow. I don't know. You guys happy with that? We're aiming. That's our goal this year's top 4. I would like to honestly make a more realistic claim of second place. I would like first, clearly. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's jump into some FOTMob. We'll get into some of the stats. Hopefully Dash will join us. If not, and yeah, guys, I'm not going to do a super long post game today either, unless Dash comes in, kind of takes over. Like I said, my mother-in-law, it's her last day here, flying back home. It's one of those things. Just one of those things. So, man of the match, Milik jumps up to an 8.3. My mistake. Rabiot gets an 8.5. FOTMob has been simping over Rabiot, though. So no surprise. Tech gets a 6.8 for stopping 2 non-shots. He is only a 6.6, really? Cambiasso was 6.9. That I can kind of see. But there's green. There's lots of green here. That's what I like. Tech doesn't matter because he didn't work today. Decent. Down to the possession again. So they had a little more momentum in the second half. Nothing huge except the beginning. The beginning, yeah, it was sloppy. But by and large, when we had it, we pushed a lot harder. We did more with it. That goal coming in by Milik there, 57th minute. 51% possession. Expected goals 1.49. Total shots 14-2. Big chances 2-0. Big chances missed 1-0. Accurate passes 379, 84% to 371 at 84%. Fouls 14-15. Offside 0-1. Actually, that's a cool statistic. No offsides. And 5-1 corners. If there's specific stats you want me to go into, I can bring those up. I don't personally like just drowning on all day about the stats unless you guys want to deep dive and get a discussion going. But there's the shot map. Like I said, there's their 2 shots. One was up and close, but nothing there. Nothing there today, guys. I think I need to catch up on some chats, though. Jeff, yes, my thoughts exactly. A win is a win, but we need to play better. No doubts about that. David saying the Berlin Senate of Education ruled for the subsidy of education, relevant tech, and I will pay only half for Lenovo. Oh, I almost bought a Slim, and then they stopped selling them that month. I went to go buy. Anyways, Lenovo Yoga Slim with an R9 5900H and RTX 30. They have that in a Yoga? That's not bad, actually. And that's more than enough for some EA. But yes, jump on that, Dave. Just have to wait for the claim. Okay, I understand. Yeah, the government's going to pay for half. Frankie excited to say Frosinone versus Fiorentina on Thursday. Or let me try to dash this. Frosinone. Frosinone. It's something to that effect. But it'll never be Frosinone. Okay, Frank's saying the One Football ratings are even worse. Their app, I feel, is better, but yeah, yeah. Chiesa wasn't that clinical. No, but I don't think he played that bad. 2.7. 2.7 out of 5? Hopefully, not out of 10. People saying 14 likes for the milkman. Oh, Towel's here. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, man? We need that win, and we need to build on this weekend. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's the common sentiment here. A win's a win. It was good. We got the job done, but honestly, we should be doing better. Now, Lecce, punching above their weight class this season so far, for sure. So let's give credit to them for playing as well as they have been. Okay, B, who wants to donate a gaming PC? I mean, if you didn't waste all your money on Apple products, you'd actually have money for a PC and then probably just a whole, like a few $100 extra in your pocket as well at the end of the day. So out of 10, 2.7 out of 10. That's not on one football. Okay, let's check out one football. Why not? Have a bit of fun with it. Matches. Here we go. I actually used one football, and then Dash was the one that used Fought Mob, and then we all just kind of, yeah, this is just what we use now. Where do they put their ratings? Clearly, I haven't used the site in a while. Well, I mean, they're not even giving ratings, so this is just kind of trash. Oh, come on, Colin, play nice. He hasn't said a word the whole time, and he comes in and starts causing shit. Okay, and Tal saying, I'm back from my honeymoon. Oh, well, congratulations. Got married. Nice. So I'm ready to be out of pocket on the call-in shows. Nice. Did you guys, I don't know what the feeling is for Colin. Did you guys want to do the call-in today? It can go either way, essentially. We didn't necessarily plan, but we didn't plan against it. So if you guys want to, I mean, if I put the link up, I guess I'll find out once you guys come in, It's there. If nobody comes in, it's fine. Like I said, it's midweek. Things happen. My mother-in-law is here. I got to do family things. So one way or the other won't be super long. On the app only, I think. Well, what's the... Oh, man. I immediately don't like it. I'm closing it. That's how much I don't like it. It's gone. Tell misses you too, Colin. I did put the link. There's the link. So if you guys wish. Otherwise, I do also encourage, even if you aren't into the FC clubs, whatever, when we do stream, I mean, it's fun. We're just shooting the shit. It's obviously more fun for us playing the game. I'm going to assume, but I know people do like to listen to the banter and the not so kind words to each other once in a while. It really is fun. Dash was listening to it the first night while he was at work, listening to us bantering, and he thought it was a good time. So if old man Dash can have a good time, I mean, why can't you? No, honestly, joining with that, we do talk about all the other stuff as well, just in between. So Tal's at work. Yeah, David's there for the banter. He knows what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I mean, I struggle. I'm really struggling to find words to express how much nothing really happened in that whole game. And I know it sounds horrible. I hate saying it. It sounds bad. What from the crowd, I guess, because I've given my thoughts. I don't have anybody here to... Yeah, Frankie can't join. I figured it's a Tuesday night. I totally get it. It's fine. We can definitely reconvene later, as in Sunday, because that's our next match. But if there's something specific, let me know right now. We'll talk about it. We'll get it out of the way. But we're stating the obvious. We need to do better. We won. We still need to do better. Chiesa, probably tired. Didn't have the greatest game. Keane, still don't know definitively what's up with him. Hopefully he's good. But Vlahovic gets a bit of a rest when he came on. I mean, he didn't really run around much a whole lot. He should be pretty fresh, right? So the focus now does turn to Sunday. A few days off. What should we expect? Really, what should we expect? Because everyone's playing midweek, right? So there's no excuse there. Some of these guys, they're also playing Europe, so they have no break whatsoever. So do we have an excuse? We play Atalanta. I'm just checking up Atalanta's schedule as well. So they play tomorrow against Verona. So they have one less day of break before they face us Sunday, 12 Eastern. That's the 8 p.m. kickoff, Central European. But then they go and see Sporting on Thursday. So, but it's not just that. They go back again Sunday against Lazio. So that's starting to really congest them. We know Atlanta doesn't have, or Atalanta, there's a dashism again, doesn't have a deep bench. That's kind of one of their Achilles heels, right? Their starting 11, not so bad. Their bench gets pretty weak. So we got to come back. We got to rest up. We got to work on those skills. We clearly need to do some more work. And that, for me personally, anyways, and the vision of the team should be, I mean, get some rest, show up tomorrow. Atalanta. We need to continue going at Atalanta, who is currently sitting in 6th with the game to play, 9 points. So if they win, they could be a point behind us as well. Another top of the table match off. I mean, it's going to be good. I'm excited for Sunday. Today was just another Tuesday. If we lost today, it would be a depressing Tuesday, but it's just another Tuesday. So David's also scared. If we play like in the preseason, we will slap him, but only God knows which Juve will show up. And the consistency, as it has been for the past few years, it really leaves that bit of anxiety as to what we're really going to get out of Juve on any given match day, right? Good bounce back performance from Locatelli. I mean, last match everyone had a horrible game. It's just collectively. I gotta say, Locatelli, bit of an unsung hero in the sense that he plays a lot more defensively, even though that may not be like he's more of that Mezzala. That's what we've been told that he is. That's how he played more for Italy, Sassuolo, whatever. Whereas he's basically the fourth defender for Juve. So just because of how a lot of us tend to look at the game, we look at more of the offensive play. We don't look at that midfielder going back to play those defensive segments. So I feel he's underrated. That's not to take away good bounce back performance by Locatelli. Yeah, he did play significantly better. But that's to say that I didn't want to focus on him as he played bad last game. I guess the point is Juve played bad last game. It wasn't just Loca. And that is also to say there's certain players this game that have looked better. Some not, like Bremer, for instance, did not look good today. He did what he needed to at the end of the day. He didn't concede. A little sloppy though, and you guys commented on it. It wasn't the best look from him. So does he get more rest? I don't know. I'm surprised he didn't get subbed out as well. Would you have subbed Bremer instead of Riani? I think for that particular, it's a rough one, right? Because you're defending a 1-0 lead. It's the safer call. But I don't know if it was a necessary call. Dash is here.
I am here.
And he's got a mustache.
Nyuk, 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 nyuk.
What's going on?
I'm having my Villain Juve phase because this was a Villain Juve.
Oh boy.
No call-in show?
I put the link up. I think a lot of people are still at work or
jobbers. I mean, I just got off.
I mean, I was about to shut this one down.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like Yeah, watch list with that stash. Damn it, Colin! I lost my train of thought. Thanks, buddy. Oh, shit. I have no idea what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. So because of the UAW strikes, the president of the United States was literally like 15 minutes away from me. So like as I was getting into
the
my car,
traffic.
holy hell!
What kind of strikes?
UAW, United Auto Workers.
Oh
So
yeah.
like they're like, hey, we want a 40% salary increase, but also work 40 or 32 hours a week.
What?
Yes, that is like their baseline demands.
That's insane. Unless they're just getting paid trash to begin with, but like you can't demand 32-hour work week as well.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it was.
Because isn't the 4-day work week supposed to be you work 10 hours a day or like 9 or something to kind of
No.
offset?
It's 9 to 5. It's 8 hours. It's 8 hours a day. But like they're trying to do 32 hours, but also a 40% increase, and then
Yeah.
all benefits plus 401ks and just a bunch of crazy stuff.
Oh, Colin does show up. All
Yeah,
right, he's here.
he's here. I thought he wasn't. No, he's probably gonna come here and be like,
I
really.
didn't even see the link. I yell at the TV when I'm watching the game, so I don't do the watch alongs.
Oh my God, Misak got a mic. Holy shit!
Yo.
Oh
Can
my
you hear
goodness,
me?
he's not.
Is it
He's
good?
not.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. He's
It is
not
good.
using. He's not using the earpod mic or whatever the hell he was using before.
Yeah, I was using that, and then when I was moving, it broke. So I said, let me pay $50 on Amazon, and I get a good mic. How was it?
You
It's
sound
very
a lot deeper
nice.
and silky, yeah.
You
Yeah,
sound
because
like
I
you sound like a
smoked so
He
much
asked how the mic
cigars.
sounded, not to hit on him.
Yeah, well, I was smoking so much cigars in the wedding of my friend. I lost
Say
my
what?
voice. My best
Say
friend,
what?
my best friend, we went back to Lebanon, me and my girlfriend and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, that's why I missed Sassuolo match. So I'm happy. Now I watched Juve and they won. That's why. Like I am the lucky charm now. Anyway, how boring was this match?
It was
Man
the
City
worst.
it was this classic match when we had matches like we had back during our heyday of 9 Scudetti. Like you had that smash against a Cagliari, Lecce, and Benevento, where you just win 1-0 and just go to sleep. That's what it is. Like a lot of the thing is like compared to it like we try to do what we try to do. Like we still try to push high. We still try that at certain moments it was like continuous, like was spurts all the time, and our pass accuracy was horrific, honestly. Like you just need some passes to connect so that we can push the ball up. Brabio, what the fuck? Sorry, excuse-moi, but what the fuck? What was that, man? Every time I'm seeing him, he's losing the ball. He's passing the ball wrong. Danilo, Mr. Captain, he's not. He was horrendous today.
It was sloppy.
Rugani was good. I had doubts on him, honestly, and he was really good. He was really solid. He wasn't extra hyped like Gatti. He got his an energy ball, that he's out of control sometimes. He was just relaxed and doing his thing. Bremer had a difficult time against that Montenegrin kid that Lecce has. That's like, by the way, that kid, his kid like he reminds me of like a young Vlahovic, like during his first years in Fiorentina, but he's better in back to goal. Like he was shoving off Bremer like he's nothing, and he's just like what
Kristovic.
20. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kristovic guy.
Dash, it was good that you weren't here today. I had trouble saying these names.
No, the one day I was so pissed, man. I was like
Okay,
getting ready to leave.
Tell me the name of that Swede winger.
Elmqvist. It's
I
hard.
wanted Dash to say it.
Him?
Dash.
Give me a hell yeah!
Who?
Whoops, wrong one. That's the wrong
I
sound
think
effect.
everyone's got to remember that we're in like the third, fourth, or fifth game. I can't remember. Whatever. We're at the beginning of the season.
Sixth.
Going through a lot of
Sixth.
change.
That was the sixth
Sixth.
one, yeah.
We finished the 6th. We are 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. We're okay.
I think, I think we're making a bigger deal of it. I think at the end of the day, it's a Allegri ball. We're gonna have this conversation where Dave's just like, guys, how boring was that game is going to happen at least another dozen times this year just because of who our management is, which is okay. It's the style of ball as long as we win.
They had
But-
0 shots
Exactly.
the entire game. I mean,
Two. They had
personally,
two.
that like
Okay,
They
can
have
we
two
agree?
shots.
Can we agree on one thing? Cambiaso starts over Kostic all the
Oh, yeah.
time.
He was the worst rated player though.
I
But
gotta
even
do.
though he was
I'm gonna-
fundamental in
was
moving the
good.
ball every time, but the thing is, he's connecting with Rabiot, and Rabiot, instead of passing the ball back, is passing it out of bounds every single time. when
Yeah.
we're
Well,
trying
that's
to
why I'm
maneuver with the-
surprised. Like, no, I agree with you guys. I guess the way it presented it was like, no, he's trash because he was rated. No, like he's rated trash, but it's like he's still
algorithm.
better.
McKennie was
He's
rated
still
bad.
better.
McKennie was rated bad, and I thought he was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
I thought
McKay had a
he was
fantastic
solid.
game.
I agree.
McKennie was
I
very
agree.
solid. The thing is, Fajoli is like Fajoli. When we get to their half of the pitch, you can see him. But when the ball is still in our half and we have to move it up,
He
you don't
doesn't
see
know
him.
how to build. He doesn't really know how to
That's
build.
the thing. That's the
He's
thing.
not. He just for some reason he can't do the 4-2 build up. It's just I don't understand. Like Moretti knows what he's doing. Fajoli doesn't, because it's like, and this is how I know that the Paramount Plus people are dumb as hell, because they're like, why does Moretti even play? Why is he even on the field? Do you guys not understand the basis of a 4-2 build up? Like you need Moretti to build up. Fajoli for me, it's like error 404 when he's in that. Like Fajoli, like you said, you move him past the 50-yard line. Okay, great. I know what I need to do. But it's like before then, he's like, what the fuck's a build up?
Yeah, like he's not there. He's unaware that Locatelli is locked. We don't have ball playing defenders. You have to come deep and help them. And Rabiot already is not a builder, bro. If you let him, if you're gonna try Rabiot to build, you're screwed. Because you know how he's gonna pass. You know how it's gonna. It's passing.
Rabi, yeah, he's terrible.
Passing isn't what, but isn't his thing, you know? And then we're forcing him to build because Fajoli is all the way there in Kazakhstan for some reason. He's still next to McKennie there, up there. Like instead of coming deep and then moving up gradually, he is already there. But the thing is, like, he with the one pros of Fajoli is when he is around the box, you can see him inserting, giving the correct passes there, you know? Like at the final end, he is there. But before that, he's not there. And Miret is the opposite. He's great in there. And then when he reaches the fourth phase where to finish it, he's not there. Like, can we just, fusion those two together to get one proper midfielder, man? What the fuck? Or like I was saying, like maybe
Nah,
the thing is
don't
maybe
do
put
fusion, bro. You got to do Patara. You got to do the earrings, because
I don't know what you're gonna do. I'm gonna harakiri their
I gotta do this for German
stomach
Dave.
and put one inside. I don't know what to do, bro, because I'm looking at these two guys. Two are very talented boys, yeah, but one is good in one thing, the other is good in something else. But in modern football, you have to be good in as a midfielder, you have to be good in every phase of the game. That's why for me, Inter has the best midfield because you put Hakan, you put Farates, you put Barella, you put Mkhitaryan. Okay, a Turk and an Armenian working together. They do every phase. They can be the 6, they can be the 8, they can be the 10. No problem.
No. I disagree. Actually, I'll go so far as to say that your envy of Inter is suspicious to me.
No. I don't care about anybody else.
No. That was a joke. I apologize. That was a joke. But I think you can't.
I feel offended.
You can't.
Okay.
Watch Calcio. Calcio is life.
I don't think you can take Mkhitaryan and put him in everything. You know what I mean?
No.
And the players you mentioned are all adults. Fagioli is half my. I'm an old man, but Fagioli is still a kid. And I think
He
a
is
lot of the
20.
problems you have with this game is leadership passing down mixed messages. I think when you have players turning on and turning off from game to game, I think that has just as much to do with the player as it does the messages being sent down from the top. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's mentally I can agree with you, but I'm talking structurally, tactically. You can see what he's good at, yeah. You can see in the upper 40 yards after when we are around the box, Fagioli is lively. You can see him going up and down, to the left, to the right, try to mix up, try to do triangles, try to cross it in. He is there. Okay, you can see Fagioli present, but when you're under pressure, okay, when the ball is in your half, you don't see Fagioli. He is playing as a center forward. But you need that athleticism to go up and down, up and down. That I feel he doesn't have the athleticism to do that. So when they were talking about Fagioli playing as a regista, I was like, sure, fine, because I feel he can do it. I feel he can do it and make Locatelli be the runner, up and down next to you.
What about having Fagioli as a cam as well?
But the thing is, nowadays nobody is a pure cam. Everybody is going in and out.
Yeah.
You have to have that energy inside you to move around the pitch. Unless you're like a classic regista,
We don't
just
have
sit
defined
there and dictate slowly, dictate and
My
play.
thing is okay with Fagioli being a regista. My only concern is, do you think he has the defensive capabilities?
No.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with it. That's the only disadvantage. I like the idea initially, but he
You
can't.
have to have, yeah, you are right. But you have to have somebody to cover with him. That's why Locatelli can help him. But the thing is, both of them are not that very good in protecting their defensive line. To be honest, like I'm not comfortable with Locatelli as a regista too, because other than the passing things that we talk about, it is him protecting the defensive line. Sometimes he's very good at it, but sometimes you can see against Sassuolo what happened. I only watched the highlights. By the way, I didn't watch the game. I just watched the highlights, and I saw like a freaking autobahn in between the midfield and the defense. The autobahn blocker should be Flacatelli as a register. I didn't watch the game. You can talk. You can tell me what happened, but what I noticed is that he is everywhere, floating.
And that's why I'm not willing to shit on. Sorry, Dash. That's
No, go
why
for
I'm
it.
not willing to shit on players per se, and more so,
The coach.
I guess. Because for me, what you're describing is a lack of a communication between the tacticians and the people implementing the tactics. So we all agree that we have skilled players. We may not have Ballon d'Or players across the field,
Yeah.
but we have skilled players enough to employ Allegri's so-called tactics. So, and this isn't the beginning of an Allegri out speech. I just
Bah.
maybe while Allegri might be a great tactician, maybe his communication skills are lacking, and that's why we have so many, for lack of better terms, chicken heads running around.
Okay, that's your idea, but my idea is simple. The player's quality doesn't cover completely the necessary roles to be a functional side. Like we have some players good in one part, but you can't build a team. You have one part, a quarter of a player here, a quarter of something good here, and a quarter. Like you need a full play. You need a full player.
Yeah, and
that's
I
good
think you're
at that
undervaluing our squad, though.
But bro, but I'm not undervaluing. I'm in reality check. Reality check. Our players, we have honestly for me, Chiesa. Chiesa is untouchable because even though he had a bad game-ish today, he still made stuff happen whenever he's needed. He still carries and takes it forward. But other players from Dusan Vlahovic who cannot hold on to the ball, Milik that was sleeping and playing like on ice skates tonight. To be honest, sometimes he was okay. Most of the time he was on ice skates. He was like sliding around on the field.
Yeah, he was a
Who ca-
non-factor.
McKennie was okay. Like McKennie is doing better than expected, a lot better than expected, especially because it's not his position. Rabiot, horrendous. Let's be honest. This season, I don't see it because he should be like a freaking brick wall defensively, trying to help the defense. I don't feel the safety of the defense first, like him winning the balls, constantly. I don't see that. Locatelli the same. Fagioli, I already told you problem with Fagioli, like the problem with it. So if you how can we work, man? I we have defenders that can pass that are like can pass the ball, that are not comfortable on the ball. Like how we're gonna be a progressive team if we do not have that talents there. Like these
But
players.
you're not talking about like a superstar spark. You're talking about the bare necessities to play professionally, though.
No, I'm playing not professional. You can play professional as much as you want. You can play
No,
full.
I'm
No,
saying that
I'm telling to push us into the categories of a higher echelon. Okay, to put us to that modern style, to build out of the back, to be comfortable on the ball, to win the possession, to rotate the ball, to be comfortable, to be fast and rapid.
What
Okay, to
you're
be
saying
athletic.
what you're saying pretty much is that you want this team to have to be faster on the transition of a defense to attack to defense
Okay.
to
I,
attack.
everybody wants that.
yeah,
Everybody wants
everybody
that.
does want that. But Bisak, how many times did you and I on Discord have arguments going back and forth about our financial ability? Me and you went back.
Oh
and
yeah,
forth.
yeah, yeah. I'm not saying about the buying. The
No.
thing is, we cannot. We are. I'm just frustrated. I'm just
No, I get
saying
it, but
the
at the
problem.
same point in time, we can't turn things around in immediately financially, nor can we do that tactically. I think we have seen some bright spots in the 6 games, but
Yeah,
I
of
think it's
course.
going to take like I realize that I was one of those assholes that said we're going to finish with the Scudetto. I'm more than likely wrong, but I really
You're
do
free
think
to
that.
dream, bro.
Pardon me.
You're free to dream.
We need to, right? You need hope.
Yeah.
But I think that you and I should have this, or we should have this conversation again in December, January, because if at that point we're still playing like we did today, then unfortunately I have nothing to say back to you, and then we have problems.
No. I'm not saying that problem like that. They're glaring problems. I'm just saying that this stuff that has to be worked on in the training field. Like this. These are the issues that I see. What other issues do you see? Because for me it's like before I felt like Allegri didn't manage to have a proper tactic, didn't manage to have a intricate plan on how to move the ball. Now I see it. Now that I see it, and now the problem is the execution from the player's side. Sassuolo was horrendous. That from the highlights. I didn't even watch the game. People telling me that to watch the game that it's even worse when you were watching the game. I wasn't even watching the game, and I felt it was
Dude,
horrendous.
it was painful. It was
Yeah.
painful.
Tonight it wasn't painful because because we were defending solid. Like our defense was kind of solid. Like they were calm. We had Lecce had an XG of 0.07. 0.07. You know what that is? Like they didn't. That's like if you whiff off the crossbar that you get 0.07. Like they were so bad. But we were 1.64. So we had an XG that should be 2 goals, not even one. We underperformed a bit. But that's not the point. My point is like we have the ideas, we have the patterns, we have the how to do it. Our problem right now is that some players are underperforming. One player, for example, Rabiot, is underperforming constantly when we need him to. One player is having the same deficiency, Fagioli, same deficiency when the possession is with us in our line. He is non-present when we need him to be there. That it's a lot of stuff that we have to work on, and I hope we fixed it. I hope we fixed it because we don't have any other choice. So that's why I'm not finger pointing Allegri on this. I'm finger pointing like you players have to do better.
But the
You can't go
players,
on it.
but consistency is everything, right? So they're going to take several games of a really
Trying.
shitty game of Lecce, a slightly less shitty game against the next team, and so on and so forth, until we can put together a string of games. I understand what you're saying, but I think it's gonna be months of us bashing our heads against the wall, exactly, hills and valleys, before we see any real
Look,
consistency in terms of play.
if our heels and valleys are always to the upward trajectory, nobody has to complain at all. Because right now, it's our best start in 4 years now. It's even better than Pirlo's for start. We have 13 points out of 18. 5 points. Okay, against teams that we shouldn't have lost, you could say, sure. Still, we did what we should do, and we're doing it. It's kind of like, okay, fine. Our trajectory, like it was, we got up, and then Bologna went a bit down, and then we got up, and then Sassuolo went down. Now Lecce is a bit small up, and then we're gonna see against Atalanta, which is a difficult place. We're gonna play Atalanta at Atalanta, which usually we don't win, except last year. So let's see. But my point is, if we're gonna be misplacing passes as much as we did today, I don't feel comfortable against Atalanta. They have to wake up as soon as possible.
So,
Mhm.
to touch on the passing, I think if you're gonna to bring up the passing, I think we need to look at or wonder and ask questions about the preparations of the team, because, like you said, that for me, it's not a matter of whether their physical ability can do it, because we all know that they can make those passes. I think it's that their brain wasn't connected today, and if their brain's not into it, you have to wonder what their preparation is pre-match. And in which case that's a 50-50 thing. That's obviously the player has to be an adult and get himself into game mode. But at the same point, management, not Allegri per se, but just management in general, needs to have some sort of plan to employ to make sure that the
That they're
millions they're
focused.
investing per week, exactly, so they can take advantage of the tactics.
My idea is that
I'd be curious about.
you see, that's one side. But my thing is that if I see the same player every single time during the 25-yard box, like the last places off around the box of what's the name, Lecce, doing the same mistakes, misplaced passes constantly, I'm not gonna talk to anybody and just finger point you, Rabio, you boy, you are drunk, Habibi, you are on champagne or something. Wake up, or just go to the bench and we can figure it out. Because
That's never going
that's
to
also
happen. though.
that's one thing. That's one my biggest criticism right now for Allegri is that hold your players responsible for their actions. You
That's
did it
never
for
going to
Gatti.
happen.
You did
So-
it for Gatti. He did it for Gatti. He didn't do it for Chesney. He didn't do it for Rabiot. Hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. Because if you hold them accountable, the team would improve. Because they know that no bullshit can work. If they do bullshit, they could sit on the bench. That's the thing. I don't feel that.
I'm a hard ass, so that kind of treatment, that would work well with me, but that doesn't always work well with some people. An overinflated ego gets benched, it might do the opposite. Now, I feel it worked for Fagioli last year when you had that little cry fest.
Oh yeah.
But the thing, and this part I'll speak to as a keeper myself. I think if you yank him after those two mistakes in one game, you really hurt his
Destroy
confidence,
him.
and it's really hard to get that back. So that's my only defense for that. That being said, though, if we sold Chesney, didn't get Donnarumma, but we did start Perin, I'd be super happy, because I've always been a Matteo Perin fan. So
I would get somebody that's good with his feet and at the same time a good keeper that is consistent. I don't want to wonder save that Chesney does. Okay, Chesney does wonder save.
thing is overrated. Look at Onana. What is he doing?
No, he's not a Onana. You remember Onana
I
against
want
us?
a guy that's going to put his body in front of the ball.
Yeah, but
Also
Onana,
in
I
front
don't
of the
rate him
net.
as a keeper. Honestly, I don't rate him as a keeper a lot because I see a lot of deficiencies in his shot stopping. To be honest, I remember. Do you remember the game against Inter Milan at their stadium, the one with Kostic, where he went to the far side, keeping the whole half the net open for us, and then we scored. So he's a bad keeper.
I also think with Onana though that I think he got kind of blessed to have the Inter's back three, so he wasn't really making as many
Tested a lot.
stops. And now that he's in Man United's back four,
Fantastic point.
he's testing. He's getting the real test. I also
yeah.
think about Allegri though. With Allegri, one thing I want to criticize: he doesn't motivate the players well enough. I don't think he's capable of pushing his players, motivating them, and keeping them accountable too. I just don't think he's
That's the
going
thing.
to keep.
Accountability is one thing, but if you're our age and you need another grown man to motivate
To tell you to wake the
while
fuck
you're
up.
making
Yes.
millions of dollars, get the fuck out of here. You are insane. No way.
Oh, yeah.
Motivation.
What I'm saying though is that we also got a lot of young players too, though, and that's also
Oh, yeah.
another thing. Though I don't think he's capable of motivating the younger players. As far as Rabiot, he's never gonna get rid of Rabiot. He will never do it. It's never
That's
gonna.
the thing. That's my problem. Like I like Rabiot. He's a good. Like last year, he was a great player. Like I have no problem with him. He has his role, but if he's not doing his role right, tell him, boy, you sit on the bench until you wake up. As simple as that. It doesn't take a lot of effort. That's the thing. I want our players to be feared, to have fear. Like, okay, I messed up. I shouldn't mess up. If I mess up, I won't play. And if I don't play, my national team will call me up, etc. Because it's Euros already. They should have that. They should have that accountability in them. I don't feel it. Only Fagioli and Miretti have that. When Miretti has a bad game, Fagioli comes in. Fagioli has a bad game, Miretti comes in. Like they are the ones that always punished.
Yeah,
Okay?
but
In and out.
Italian kids are held to a different standard.
Like Fagioli is born 2001. He's like 22, 23 already. Like, Jesus, stop it. There
No,
is
I don't.
not only
Sorry.
Miretti, not you, Allegri. Stop with messing around with Fagioli. Focus on the other two. Locatelli is like on a what's the name? A roller coaster ride of form, man. Like that against Lazio, it was amazing. Sassuolo, non-existent. Today, I don't know. I didn't even notice him a lot.
No, that's as bad as being bad.
Yeah.
Quick question. One experiment I'm willing to try. Why not play Miretti and Fagioli at the same time?
Yeah, I would do that. Miretti, Fagioli, Locatelli.
Just give it a shot.
Who would you play with them? That makes it work or die.
Fagioli as the regista, the Rabiot role with Locatelli, and Miretti doing Miretti. Okay? That's
You would
it.
trust Locatelli given his form recently?
Honestly, do we have a choice?
I think as a Mezzala, I'm willing to give him a shot. I think trying him as Mezzala, why not?
Because they are They are 3 players that are flexible that can play as a 6. They are able to play as a 6 and build up. Rabiot is a box crasher. He crashes the box. He stops plays. He's like a physical beast.
Yeah.
So he's good in some games. You need a Rabiot, but most games right now with what we have, you need those 3. You need technical ability, a lot of high level technical ability, in my opinion.
Well, for what you're telling me, Isak, one thing is that when you're like talking about Allegri keeping accountability, I feel like what you're asking is Conte more than you're asking for Allegri, because I feel like Conte is the only guy that
Conte was the other extreme.
Wow.
Conte is your fascism, it's like fascism football. Okay?
Calcio. I love calcio.
I just think for a year, just to piss him up, rile him up, and then you can fire him. I don't care.
He already would leave. You don't need to fire him. He would say goodbye and leave.
Yeah, there you go.
He would be fighting everybody.
Allegri's no different than Conte in terms of play style. They're both. If you want to talk about fascists, I mean, Conte will just verbally eject you and throw you under the bus every which way. And
Allegri is a Democrat. Honestly, Allegri is a Democrat. Like how many formations did we play? We've played a lot of formations with Allegri. Is there a formation we haven't played with Allegri throughout his career with us?
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
No,
nothing realistically, no.
No, like realistic. Yeah, realistically, we've played 43s, 4-2-3-1. Everything we finished. But Conte is a fascist. It's a 3-5-2. You know how they're gonna play. We know what the striker is. We know.
You just need him to yell at them. That's it. That's all.
Allegri's no different in the sense that he's a system-based guy. Allegri doesn't want Baggios and Del Pieros. He doesn't want creative players. He wants men with roles, and all they do with those roles. He doesn't.
In my opinion, it's the opposite. I feel like he relies a lot on the players' creativity and their ability to unlock their games.
But I also think though they would have if that was the case, he wouldn't have bought Dybala on this first thing.
Hey guys, I'm gonna stop you for a minute. We got some breaking news that we got to share. 12 minutes ago, it's a Napoli video that they might actually get sued for.
I did hear about this.
Oh my God! Please, that.
Why is it just me?
Sorry, Don.
You are the Napoli video.
You're the reason. You're the reason why we're
just call
you
it.
are the Napoli video.
You are the Napoli.
Though that mustache is something else.
It's the mustache.
You're giving me 70s homosexual.
Okay.
Travis Kelce brought this in style, but apparently this is what it is.
There's no voice. Open
He's,
the sound.
attracting the Swifties.
I'm trying not to get copyrighted.
Because if they don't hear what's happening. Oh my god.
That's annoying. That's kind of annoying, actually.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
Oh my god. Yeah, I just saw it. Osimhen's agent is gonna sue Napoli.
Well, I just heard that what was it that they're false accounting with the Osimhen deal of all things. Finally,
Bro, they are the Juventus of last year now.
it's just De Laurentiis needs to just. This is why he needs to shut the fuck up because it comes around.
De Laurentiis is like Dana White. They did great. They elevated their particular clubs to where they're at now, but now they need to step the fuck back.
Oh,
They've done what they can.
The thing is, he is such a narcissist that he ruined a good team they had, and in my opinion, they will make top 4 just because Roma and Lazio suck a lot this year. That's the only reason they're gonna make top 4.
I
Just
think
because they're good.
I think Roma will get their shit together, but I don't think they'll be top 4.
They got the GOAT Lukaku. Of course they will.
The thing with Roma is that they rely a lot on very injury-prone players. Sanchez comes in, goes out. Dybala goes in, goes out. Lukaku goes in, goes out. How can you win?
Spinazzola comes in, comes out.
Exactly. Like if you list the players they have, the good players, let's say on paper, all are injury-prone. We have one injury-prone player in our team, and he's a junkie. He's out of the team. Anyway, where is poor Pogba in all of this? Channeling my inner Graham Souness.
I think Pogba's going to try out for Mr. Olympia. That's what's going on.
Yeah, buddy.
He's channeling his inner Arnold. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
That's funny. So David says De Laurentiis is basically Jerry Jones from the Cowboys. Always got
spotlight.
No, Jerry Jones has unlimited money.
No, you got to ask yourself. You got like, despite everything, okay, like our midfield having problems and Allegri ball, you got to ask yourself, where is Paul Pogba in all of this? You know.
It would be nice if we get rid of his wages by December.
You guys don't know the meme? It's Graham Souness. Graham Souness, like yesterday, for some reason, he was talking about Jadon Sancho, and then he brought up Paul Pogba, who hasn't been the EPL for 3 years now. It's like, yeah, and there's a lot of talented players like Paul Pogba. He lazy cunt.
What?
I'll try to find this link. Bro, he hates Paul Pogba for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. Every single time, if you talk about talent with Graham Souness, he brings up Paul Pogba out of nowhere. He's not even in the contacts at all. He just comes. So that's why you got to ask yourself, where's Paul Pogba?
Where is
Pogba, please stand up. But I think he's definitely channeling his inner Arnold.
I think he look. It's not September 27 already. He hasn't posted anything on Instagram since what 3 weeks now, since the thing happened. Until October 5, and then he put a picture of OJ Simpson.
Oh boy.
Why? Why would he put OJ Simpson?
The fucking sauce.
He's not like he put the picture like he is convicted, but he's not the killer, etc.
Oh Jesus!
The glove didn't fit, buddy. The glove didn't fit.
All right.
He puts a photo of a glove.
Steroids. It didn't fit.
I'm gonna ground us for a minute.
He puts a photo of a needle. And yeah.
So I'm going to ground us here real minute. So the Turin Giants podcast, our podcast guys, have released the player ratings of the match. We'll go over them here. You guys can comment on them. Save your comments until I go over.
Yeah, put it up on the screen.
I'm going to put it on the screen. Courtesy of Farad and mostly Lucas.
It's Lucas that does them, yeah.
Lucas? Okay.
So if you hate them, just absolutely trash them. It means nothing to us.
We've got Tech at a 6.5, Danilo 7.5, Bremer, Rugani at 7, respectively. Cambiaso a 6, Rabiot 8 with the MVP, Loca 7.5, Fajoli 7.5, McKenny 6.5. I already called bullshit on that one. Chiesa 5.5, Milik 7.5, subs. Kostic 5.5, Gatti 6, Vlahovic a 5.5, Moretti an A, Weah an A. Who wants to go first? I'll let you.
What kind of TV were they watching? 4K?
Why the fuck?
Why is it always Colin first?
He is at the top.
Oh, here,
Put
let me do
Misak
this.
up. Misak is gonna have.
Who
like,
wants
a 10-minute
who's
speech.
going first?
Okay,
I'll spotlight you
Danilo.
first.
Misak
Danilo
first.
is Danilo for me is a 5.5 to a 5. He wasn't good at all. He was very bad. He was very bad in possession. Out of possession, he was bad. Basically, he was very inaccurate. He did 2 key passes, which is great. But the overall game where he is the only technically ball playing center back we have. He can't have errant passes and just booting the ball next to Kazakhstan. Okay, next Bremer Rugani. Yeah, Bremer not 7 is. I don't know how he gives it, but 7 is high. I would give them 6s, like they're solid. No, 6 is a solid. Cambiaso 6. Rabiot 5.5 to 5. He was horrible. Luca 6, 5.5, 6. Fagioli 6 because at the last 18 he was doing okay. McKenny 6.5 is great, nice. Chiesa 6.5. He was in dangerous position. Milik 7 because he scored and he did. Remember that one pass he did for Chiesa, breaking blind? So I would give him a 7. Kostic 5.5 is correct. Yeah, got the solid 6. Vlahovic, I'd give him 6. Like nothing. No, and the others NA.
All right. Anybody else want to take a stab at it?
Rabiot should be like definitely ranked a hell of a lot lower. That's all.
I feel like this is actually not ratings and more of a troll just to get clickbaited, because there's no way that someone watched that game and actually came up with those and we're honest about it.
It's just straight to clickbait. All right.
Yeah, I just think it's clickbait. There's no reason to respond to that because it's nonsense.
Yikes.
That shit. I don't know what time of TV was he watching.
Put Rabiot at 8 and then McKenny at 6.5 is fucking
insane.
Yeah, that to me looks like someone looked at sofa scores and put those up. Because that's honestly, because here, let me show you what Pop Mob says.
You need to talk to
maybe Lucas just fell asleep and just opened the app because it was boring. You can't blame the guy. It was boring.
So yeah, if you look at Pop Mob, Rabiot's an 8.5, Cambiaso 6, McKenny 7.3, 7.5, 7.8, 7.1, 7, 7.9.
That's why Chiesa was a poor point because he got. Oh my god!
The only criticism I had for Chiesa is that he wasn't clinical. That's it.
Yeah, he wasn't that bad.
Off, but still, that was
no. He was in the correct positions, doing his thing, and he was driving people on. He was good.
But Joey's Fagioli's good with the ball, but the problem is his defensive capabilities are not that good. I don't think Luka's that good of a regista. Rabiot, I don't know, is lost in the sauce, and then defenders are kind of not in good form. That's it, really.
So let me ask you guys this. So Dusan got benched because of his performance against Sassuolo, right? So we had a question on the podcast. We had a question on why Allegri took him out against Sassuolo with the last 10-15 minutes of the game.
Because it was dog shit, no?
Oh, you're getting to my point. You're jumping the gun. Shway, habibi, shway.
Okay.
But so with Milik starting this game and Dusan coming in for the last 10-15 minutes, how do you guys feel about Dusan getting air quotes benched? I'm going to put air quotes benched and punished for Sassuolo this game, because there's a lot of people that are like, he shouldn't have been benched and yada yada yada. Why did Milik start, etc. So what are your guys' thoughts on Dusan this game?
Milik got a goal, so they can all go fuck themselves as far as I'm concerned. But I'll let you guys continue watching that.
But yeah,
that's a fair rebuttal. That's a fair rebuttal.
Standing ovation. Standing ovation.
I think he's just getting rested up for the Atalanta game. So
yeah,
it's honestly, it was the middle of the week. So rest him for Atalanta, get him ready for that, and that's it. Play him a couple minutes there, and that's it.
Okay. 18 minutes of Vlahovic. Did you see him doing anything?
Nope.
Jack shit.
Thank you very much. Next.
Yeah, because it was one of the questions that we got on the podcast, and it was also put on Twitter or X. They're like, hey, he was on 4 goals. Allegri's an idiot for subbing him out. And Zach and I addressed it on the podcast saying he was really, really bad.
He is a constantly inconsistent striker. He will be consistent. He is top is amazing, as you saw in Lazio. He just bangs it in from nowhere. But his drop is too low. His drop is too low. Like, seriously, bro. Like, you are super talented. You can't be this. Like what is the Serie C type of stuff, bro? What the hell? Like, not stopping the ball. Not like there at the last kick of the game. Remember, Locatelli gave him a pass. He fumbled the pass. It went, it joggled up into the air and went back. I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
Do we have enough? Sorry, just because Bones bring this up with Keane, who should have started. He's not dressed. Do we know what happened with him?
Foot
injured?
injury.
Is it a foot injury? Okay, I
Small
somehow
foot
missed
injury.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, he said. I think Allegri said it in the conference. He has a small sprain or something, but I think he will be back for Atalanta. So, but he won't start because we have a striker. We paid 80 million, so we're playing him to get that 80 million back. Okay, that's the whole idea.
I think he scores in this one. I think he scores.
I
in
think
this
so.
one.
I think so.
I think
But-
he'll do his job with Atalanta. For
Whether
sure.
or not
We
he's,
have-
whether or not he's on his like menstrual cycle mentally, because that was the thing I saw against the Swallow. Like, the guy was more focused on the ball than his positioning. Even if he scored that sitter that he missed, he would have been offside. It's just, for me, that's my biggest complaint that I've had for him, is just he is not mentally mature to be that guy.
Not yet. But that's
He
thing
will
is,
be.
he's 24, 23. Strikers just start to pick after 26. That's the average, 26. Or be an alien like Haaland, okay? Or Van Basten, Marco Van Basten, the legend. Like
George Weah.
George Weah was already a bit 26, 27 already when he was at his peak, 28.
I think it just has to
But
do.
I'm thinking about typical nines, not Weah. Weah was super fast. Like Van Basten, like
Inzaghi.
Ibra, Inzaghi too. Inzaghi was good when he was young too, though, which is very odd. But Inzaghi has the same. The thing was, Inzaghi was that he was not good with back against the goal, but he was always in the right place in the right time,
Yeah,
and
he's a
always
poacher.
offside. He was a pure poacher. Trezeguet, for example, Jesus, what a finisher! What a finisher!
I think as a number 9, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. It's really like being at the right place, right time, off ball movement, understanding all your 11 players, how they play, their little tidbits, their habits. You got to know how they move, where they move, so you're able to adapt to their way of playing, and you're able to move off the ball so you can adjust yourself at the right position. So when they give you the ball, you hit the ball one time and you're in. You put the ball
Exactly like he did against Lazio. Against Lazio, he was that one time, bang, inside, bang. That was an 80 million euro striker.
Rule number 1 as a striker, and if you're going to be a top-rated striker, first touch has to be really good, and when you're in the damn box, you got to normally hit it one time. 2 touch max, but mainly should be a one time. You hit it and you put it in the back of the net. And anticipation and being able to anticipate your teammates and how they play.
That's not Dusan. Dusan's a guy that runs onto the ball.
Yeah, he latches
I agree
onto
with
the
everything
ball.
you're saying, but he's just not that guy.
The thing is, he has to be.
He's gonna have to be.
If he wants to be the best in the world, if he wants to be the top 5 in the world, he has to do that.
Otherwise, he's gonna have to play the false 9 position. He's
not the false 9. Not the false 9. He won't have a career in top flight.
I was gonna say, you better learn some Chinese or some Saudi, bud.
Saudi, say Arabic. We speak Arabic. He's gonna say Alhamdulillah to me every time he sees me when he comes here.
Habibi, alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Actually,
no, but seriously,
answer this guy's comment. Who's more immature, Dusan or Keane? I
On
think
the field or off the
Dusan is
field?
more immature, but I think he has a higher ceiling, whereas Keane is more mature, but I think he has a lower ceiling.
You think Keane is more mature?
I
feel
I-
he's more
Slightly more
mature.
mature.
I feel he is more immature. He has a lot
Yeah.
more potential that he doesn't realize he has. That
Where
like
are you
maybe he doesn't
getting this
believe in.
from? Is this from a personal conversation you had with him?
No, because when I see him, on the ball, when I see him moving on the ball as a number 9, I'm like, no, this kid got it. This kid got the talent that he can go somewhere. He has that natural gift.
I think on the field you can see his personal growth from season to season.
You can see it, but I feel he has a lot more. I feel like he has a lot more in his bag that he hasn't even
Last year when
touched the
Dusan
surface.
had his mental just kind
Yeah,
of hit the bed,
lapse.
he filled in.
Yeah, Kevin filled in.
And he
The
filled
thing
in
is,
admirably.
if he got 5 goals, I think, around with 10 games, like a goal a game, every 2 games average. Yeah, but my point is, this kid, I feel like this kid has something that can, if a right situation, a right coach, or people outside. Because the thing with Keane is his outside stuff. I feel like influences him a lot for some reason. I think how many times he's tardy. It's written like if you see how many times the guy is tardy, he's tardy a lot. He was always late to most of the time he has some issue and he's not there in training at the right time. I don't know how he does in training. I'm
I
not
mean,
his
like
coach.
a discipline issue, you're saying?
No, something around him, something out there is maybe influences him. But the kid really has a high ceiling. I feel like, he needs a different. Maybe he needs a different coach. Maybe this kid has it. He needs somebody to motivate him. Maybe a Conte, like you're saying, is maybe a fascist. He needs a fascist,
Younger kids
even
need more of
though
that like charismatic, leaderist type of person that chews them out whenever they make a mistake. That's really what I'm saying when I always refer to Conte. I'm not saying keep him long term, obviously, but yeah.
you have a point. Like for example, Keane, how many posts did he hit until now? He didn't score, but I remember like 4 posts he hit already.
He got a
Yeah.
post against Bologna, one against Udinese.
One against Udinese, one against Bologna, one against Empoli, and somewhere else. Like he will. That's the thing with the finishing. He has a bit weirdness, but his overall game, in my opinion, is better than Vlahovic. He brings something there that I don't see. Let's see. We're complaining a lot over a win. We won.
That is
No,
true.
we're starting to sound like you know who.
I
Oh
know.
boy. Oh boy.
I'm not gonna be burning the bridges and fire and brimstone. No, I'm just saying, in my opinion, this. But overall, and I'm happy. Honestly, we won.
Well, I think we're all happy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
No, we all are. I just needed to throw in some questions out there and some stuff that we had on the pod. Get your guys' thoughts.
I just
Oh yeah.
can't look at you seriously anymore. But
If you
David,
are really bored, Colin, just rewatch the Sassuolo game. It's very
Dash
exciting.
Kavinsky.
Watch the Sassuolo game again. if you want
David's
some
bringing up
excitement.
a point here. Well, Gani, clean sheet.
MVP.
Yeah.
Stats are there. What can I
MVP.
say?
Go.
What can we say? He's a very clean and calm person. Sometimes too calm, but in these type of games, you need some calm.
Good
and presence.
rotational player.
He's renewing at a discount. My
Yeah,
fucking
he's a
guy.
fantastic rotational player. He can be relied on.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
That's honestly
I
all
have
you
no
want.
problem. We don't have a problem, but some other channels have massive problems with that.
They have problems with them. They got problems with Danilo. I don't know, man. Yeah, they need
He
to
just
make a
gets up.
channel called the Joe Cancelo channel.
I have a problem with them.
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
ahead.
we can go. Let's not publicly say whatever. But anyways, let's not. Also, like for example, I criticize Danilo now. Yeah, but I'm not gonna say he's a shit player because of it.
No.
Sometimes it happens, man. He has been the most solid defender we've had for the past 3 years, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's because we've lowered our standards so bad.
Fuck off.
I mean,
We
that's-
lowered our standards with our
I
freaking
think it's
80
a
million
little bit hard
striker
to,
we
like,
have.
replace those like the big three, and on top of that, now I didn't like when we got Danilo as a right back. I didn't like that, but I like how Allegri integrated him as a center back. I think he's a much better center back than right back. But
Pirlo made him a center back, and that's the only thing good Pirlo did the whole year, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what is this? Sampdoria haven't won a game yet.
No, they drew. They drew.
Yeah.
They're about to get relegated to Serie A.
They drew. Lost.
And our good Facundo Gonzalez hasn't even played yet.
Might have to. Hey Dash, you guys might have to take the no Pirlo, no party shirt out now.
You heard him, Fad. You need to burn this shirt.
No Pirlo, no
Pirlo the player. Okay, let's forget about Pirlo the coach. Pirlo the player. We love him so much.
For sure.
He gave us a lot of joy. Pirlo the coach gave us a Copa and a Super Copa, which is
that's not bad.
Fine. That's not bad. I'm not, if Allegri gives me a Copa and Super Copa, I won't celebrate. It's okay.
Oh wait,
Good.
Sampdoria did win a game.
Right direction. I'm actually starving, so I'm gonna cook my dinner.
Cook your meat.
But I'm gonna pop online probably at 7:30 if anyone wants to get down on some pro clubs tonight. Throw the invitation out there.
I'm gonna go pro beds and go to sleep.
I'm gonna write a pro essay.
I already got
All
like a
thanks
half
to-
melanin pill with the match against Lecce, so I'm like almost half asleep. Anyways, thank you guys for the call-in show. See you another time.
I need to do this before we sign off. I need to do this for German Dave. So
Do it.
well, I'm trying to. I just gotta get over this. So hold
You
on.
just can't see past your fucking mustache.
Yeah, I can't. If you want to roast Dash Razel's beard, give me a hell yeah. There you go, Dave. I did it for you.
Oh boy.
You gotta do the rock next time.
Was he there? No, he's not. I wonder if he's there. JC's like, that mustache, though. He came in right when I played the Stone Cold theme song. So there you go.
Right? And the fact that you're chewing gum and you just look extra douchey.
You need some Ray-Bans.
Dude, you look like a fraternity bro, easily.
No. Goose.
Goose or rooster for the people that haven't seen the 80s one.
It looks like you may eat avocado toast.
No, absolutely not. Fuck that shit. What's wrong with people?
He's from the north. He knows what's up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, gentlemen. You guys take care.
Yep.
It's Ted Lasso. There it is.
There it is.
Oh boy. Well, I guess we're signing off.
Give me a hell yeah! What?
Oh, that's just there. That's the one I want.
Dave wanted to take me away. He's like, I'm getting rid of you.
And crush a beer can over your PC, just to top it off. All right, man. Let's kill it, Jeff. Thanks for joining. Thanks to everyone for joining. I'm done. I mean, Dash just throws me to the wolves these days. Anyways, he just goes and gets a paycheck because I'm here watching the worst games of the season all by myself.
Dave, I tried. I literally tried. I had the president of the United States stop me from this.
Yeah, nobody likes him. Isn't he dead yet?
I can't say anything. I'll probably put in a black site. I already look suspicious with my beard, but thanks for tuning in to the Watch Along / Post Call-In show, where we have a bunch of shenanigans, and Dash officially debuts the mustache and plays the Stone Cold theme music. Because if you like the Turin Giants, give me a like. He thought I was going to say a hell yeah. But anyways, guys, we'll see you later.
See you on pro clubs or starting next weekend. Start preparing. We got this one. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks to whatever is on Dash's lip. And have a good night.